So the penultimate race of the 2019 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season gets underway with seniors having their final race of the season. On the front row, it's our new champion for 2019 with a trophy for the championship going back to Sweden. It's Matilda Olsson on the front row. Alongside will be Reese Hunter in the 333. Then it's an all-British front row two with Lewis Gilbert and having Charlie Turner alongside. Then it's Zombar Kovac and Cesar Gazo with Robin Knudson and Jason Lockwood rounding out row four. Luna Blom and Fabian Bock round out the top 10. Teddy Clinton, Finland's Murray led by from the Netherlands, Rick Boothorn from Poland, Jerzy Spinkovitz and Vincent France from Germany rounding out the top 15. Max Stevenik will be in 16th alongside the German with Guilherme de Oliveira and Patrick Rundqvist rounding out row number 9 and completing the top 20, Emily de Hoys and Julian Wertheler. Completing the 34-strong order is Mikkel Tiggelsen, Jordan Dolishka, Titus Shanghai Schmidli, Kilian Kraft, Una Oksanen, Henri Jung, Cameron Bödler, Andreas Hebert, Mario Sidler, Ehab Turka, Job Rapanje, Tim Holker, Ilian Brunsils and Kai Hunter starting from the back of the grid. 14 minutes are now on the timer. We get ready to conclude what's been an interesting season thus far in Senior Max. So the top 10 as Matilda is as follows. Olsson, then we got Reese Hunter, Lewis Gilbert, Charlie Turner, Zombar Kovac, Cesar Gazo, Robin Knudson, Jason Lockwood, Luna Blom and Fabian Bock. That's your top 10 here. As the field is now being controlled, there's a few late stragglers to the back part of the grid. And there are 17 rows, 34 drivers in total. They get into formation. Do we go lights out this time? Yes, off into turn 1. And Hunter's got the march on Olsson, trying to go round the outside. Nyon bumps wheels with a 301 going into turn 3. And it's getting very, very... Charlie Turner's going to go round the outside of Matilda Olsson. Is he going to make his stick? That's a great move. Fantastic work from Charlie Turner. He said he's going to go for it. He's going to try and go for the lead up the inside. And there's the carambolage a little bit further back. There's 2 carts off. So those 2 drivers, that's on the exit of turn number 5, and one of them is the 313. And that is Fabian Bock. So Bock in the walls yet again. But at the front of the field, Gazo is having to fight tooth and nail with the likes of the 315 of Jason Lockwood. As now the number 333 of Reese Hunter now starting to pull away from Charlie Turner, Matilda Olsson and Lewis Gilbert. That's the top 4. And they have pulled away from Zombar Kovac. Cesar Gazo a little bit further back as there's a great battle over 8th position. And that is between Robin Knudson and Jerzy Spinkovitz, with Knudson, I think, has come out on top on that one. Yes, the Swede has. So at the moment, the top 15, if anything doesn't really change in the next 30 seconds, it's Reese Hunter, Charlie Turner, Matilda Olsson, Lewis Gilbert, Zombar Kovac, Gazo, Lockwood, Knudson, Spinkovitz, Luna Blom, Teddy Clinton, Rick Boothorn, Max Stevenik, Vincent France, and Guilherme de Oliveira from Portugal. So the 2 that were involved with the 350 of Laurie Lepai and Fabian Bock in the 313. They're trying to try and catch up to the rest of the field. Fastest lap of the race is from, oh mon dieu, Cesar Gazo, and he's going to try and fly past Zombar Kovac into 5th. Doesn't make it through turn 3, but he's right on the back bumper of the 372 from KR Sport. As Lewis Gilbert now has got past Charlie Turner and is now up into 2nd position. So Lewis Gilbert looking to close the gap to Reese Hunter so far in the 333 in the moment. Kai Hunter now up into 22nd, having started right from the back of the grid and is showing clear pace. And last lap, his best lap so far, 51.659. But the front runners, which look to be everybody apart from Charlie Turner up to the bottom of the top 8, are in the sub 50 seconds. Well, that's not the case anymore, as Jerzy Spinkovitz has just put in the fastest lap. Lewis Gilbert and Charlie Turner are closing on Reese Hunter. Reese Hunter's got just over 0.3 of a second lead as Charlie Turner gets back past Lewis Gilbert. So would have had the momentum carry, the slipstream advantage past the young Scot through turns 3 into turn 4 with Matilda Olsson keeping things clean and wanting to just have a bit of fun out there. She's got Zsombor Kovac and Cesar Gazo. Gazo is on the verge of possibly becoming our vice champion this season. So Matilda Olsson was third in last year's standing, third in the last year's standing behind Hannes Morin and Mick Knowlton. And she's currently running still in fourth and is behind Lewis Gilbert as they come flying across the line. And the top 8 separated by just over 1.6 seconds. If anyone remembers the last qualifying heat we had last time, as Lewis Gilbert goes a bit wide coming out of turn 4. As Olsson and Kovac now occupy. Oh, there's been contact. Robin Knutsson and Jerzy Spinkovits came together going into turn 6. Oh, that was very close indeed. Robin Knutsson tried to regain control and go back on, was caught on the inside of the apex, and someone just had to quickly avoid. Couldn't really catch out who that was. Could have been, maybe even, Kai Hunter, who's now up into 18th as Lewis Gilbert, right, is being pressured now by Cesar Gazo from France. And at the moment, the leader is Charlie Turner. Now, Reese Hunter is all the way down into 6th position. So that's something for the books, as there's been another lead change. So Charlie Turner now gets passed by Matilda Olsson, who retakes the lead, having started from pole position just over 4.5 minutes ago. Got 9 minutes and 22 remaining. Olsson leads, Turner second, Gilbert third. Kovac and Gazo, the top 5, breaking away now, as Hunter is a good 1.8 seconds adrift on the last lap around, which was the end of lap 5. As now, Charlie Turner is not letting go of trying to go for that victory. Oh, Gazo was very brazen there through turn 2 up the inside of Zsombor Kovac, as Kovac responds and overtakes the Frenchman back for what is effectively 4th place on the road, as Lewis Gilbert now is sort of in no man's land at the minute. So Olsson and Turner now have broken away, trying to break the momentum of the 3 behind. So now Kovac and Gazo have their own inter-kart battle, as Gilbert now just has to get a move on. He's got no one to work with, as Turner is a good 8 or 9 tenths up the road thus far, but now Turner's going to have the slipstream on Olsson coming over the start-finish line, heading up through turn 1, now into 2, now into the right-hand sweeper at 3. He's on the back bumper of the Swede. Could he slingshot past into turn 4 and go for it? Not quite yet. I don't think he's got the. I don't think he had enough momentum there. As now the fastest lap of the race is Kai Hunter, who's now up into the points. He's up to 15th. When we, having started from the back of the grid, as Julian Wertler now has officially retired from this race. So at the moment, Olsson still leads from Charlie Turner, Lewis Gilbert, Zsombor Kovac, Cesar Gazo, Reese Hunter, Teddy Clinton, Rick Boothorn, Jason Lockwood, who now has closing on him by the tune of 0.2 of a second lap, as there's another overtake from Kai Hunter up the inside of Emily de Hoys there for 14th position through turn 12. So De Oliveira in 10th, Max Stemmerdink in 11th, Vincent France now up into, well, it looks like there's been a bit of a disaster moment now for Rick Boothorn, who has gone tumbling down the order. And there's been a change for the lead, as Charlie Turner, as he got past Matilda Olsson, yes, he said to me on the grid, I'm going to go for it. Now it's a 3-way scrap. 6 minutes 46. Charlie Turner leads now, as he must have got through on that last lap, just out of my line of sight. So Charlie Turner leads from Matilda Olsson, and then Lewis Gilbert just behind. And I think Matilda just signalled to Lewis saying, let's get after him, shall we? So the signals from the crews watching in the gantries are just telling the drivers to move forward. Oh, Olsen's gone for it and got it. Here comes Gilbert too. That's a great move. He used the toe from Olson to slingshot past Charlie Turner through turn 3 into turn 4 and made it stick, and maybe he's going for it too. Now the top 6 are pretty much line astern, just over the finish line, just a few corners ago, as they now go through into the right-hander at turn 9, into the left at 10. The top 6 were separated by just 1.4 seconds, and that looks even closer, as whilst Turner, Olson and Gilbert have been battling, as Olson's got the lead, having taken it through turn 3, and Gilbert cheekily pushing his, slipstreaming his way past into turn number 4. A great job there, but now it's Turner's turn to retaliate. What's he got hidden in his sleeves? As Gilbert's going for it, and he's gone up the inside of Olsen. Turner's returned the favour, so to speak, on Olson, who now gets a bit swallowed up by Kovac and Gazzo, and there is the number 333 of Reese Hunter. And now it seems that Gilbert has just decided, I'm going to try and get away. And Charlie Turner's gone, oh no you don't, sunshine. This is far from over. 5 minutes plus an additional lap left to go. Charlie Turner clearly with a bit between his teeth. And we've had a change for 5th and 6th, as looks like Hunter's got past Gazzo, which is the case. So the top 6 coming around the final corner. Gilbert leads. Turner, Olson, Kovac. No, it's not Kovac anymore, because Hunter's gone up the inside to take 4th. So nice work from Reese Hunter. So he's trying to fight his way back from 6th position. There's been a change a little bit further back. As just keeping an eye on what's happening between. Looks like Guilherme de Oliveira and Kai Hunter are battling away for what is effectively 10th on the road. So it's a great recovery drive from Kai Hunter from stone dead last. Top 6 come through into turn 11. Now into turn 12. So the top 15 at the moment, Lewis Gilbert leads. Matilda Olson is down in 3rd behind Charlie Turner. Then it is the 333 of Reese Hunter, followed by Zsombor Kovac and Cesar Gazzo, as Turner is now menacing on the back bumper of Gilbert, tries to take a tighter apex through turn 4, and now has got Olsen breathing down his back bumper. She goes for the move on Turner and takes it through turn 6. What a great move there from the Swede. So Gilbert now has possibly got that breakaway he needs, as we've got 3 minutes and 30 left on the clock to go. He's got about a 5-6 kart advantage on Matilda Olson, as Turner is trying to, well, he's got a decision to make. It's either attack Matilda Olson and try and get past, or defend against the 3 behind, which is Zsombor Kovac and Cesar Gazzo, and he's also got the 333 of Reese Hunter just behind. 3 minutes, that's 180 seconds plus an additional lap left to go. Turner gets passed by Reese Hunter for 3rd going through turn 3, as Gazzo goes up the inside of Kovac, trying to go through past for 5th place through into turn 4. The Frenchman can't get past, so he's going to have to wait a little bit further down the order. A few other drivers trying to hustle their way past and use the slipstream effect. That's great, coming through out of turn 14, down the main straightaway, across the finish line, into turns 1, 2 and 3. And the gap last time around between Lewis Gilbert and Matilda Olson was just over a half a second. And Olson might have started closing that gap, as Kai Hunter again has set another fastest lap. He's done a 50.051 on lap number 10, as we are now on to lap number 15 here. 2 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Gilbert is being closed on by Olsen at a rate of knots, and she is no more than half a kart length away, as Robin Knutsson trying to get past Titus Shanghai Schmidli for position. Knutsson now out of the top 15. He's down in probably 22nd, 23rd place as the top 6 start to Concertina again. 1 minute 43 left to go on the clock. Still very much all to play for. Who's going to take the final win and take a bit of pride and bragging rights going into the off-season? As Olson will now have the run. So slipstream will be beneficial for those behind Lewis Gilbert, especially Matilda Olsson, who's right on the back bumper of the young Scot through turn 3. Could she slingshot past? No, she's basically just bump drafted her way through. So so Lewis Gilbert is doing all the work, and Matilda Olsson is basically not having to use as much throttle, which means that she can use the throttle manipulation to get that extra sort of push to get past and use the slingshot as we are into the final 60 seconds, plus an additional lap of the Senior Max season. Gilbert continues to lead, Olsson in second. In third, it's Reese Hunter, then Charlie Turner, then Zsombor Kovac and Cesar Gazo. The top 6 have really been pretty much line astern for the last few minutes, and it was 1.5 seconds as we are now going to go on to the penultimate lap as the timer hits 30 seconds as they cross the finish line. So this is the penultimate lap of the race. Will Olsson close it off with 5 out of 6? She's right on the back bumper. I think she's just biding her time to see what Gilbert does, but Gilbert very, very quick on the defensives and very good spatial awareness from the 329. But this is allowing both Reese Hunter and Charlie Turner, along with Zsombor Kovac and also Cesar Gazo, to have that opportunity as the timer will hit 0 as they fast approach turn number 11, which is now. Next time around they get the final lap board. So top 6 now have made their way through the last hairpin on turn 12. Over the bump they go through turn 13, through turn 14. Olsson looking a bit closer now to Gilbert. Is she going to go for it and seal the deal with a victory here in Wackersdorf? She could very well do. She took a slightly wider line than Gilbert. As number 315 of Jason Lockwood is definitely in a battle with the likes of Emily de Hoys and Max Demerdink a little bit further down the order. Olsson might be biding her time, or is she just going to, well, she said if I try and attack Lewis Gilbert, there's a little bit of touching a little bit further down the order through into the exit of turn number 6. But we come through into turn number 11 for the final time. And now it's going to be the short blast down to turns 13 and 14. Checkered flag is being prepared. And here we go, it's going to be a strawberry 1-2. Well done, Lewis Gilbert, and congratulations to Matilda Olsson. Strawberry 1-2, Dan Holland Racing 3-4. KR Sport in 5th, thanks to Zsombor Kovac. With Cesar Gazo, great sportsmanship there from 2 very well-accomplished Senior Max drivers, one of which is this year's champion. Lewis Gilbert wins the last Senior Max final of the 2019 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season here at Wackersdorf at the Pro Kart Raceland circuit by 0.228 of a second from Matilda Olsson. And then it was the number 333 of Reese Hunter finishing ahead of Dan Holland Racing teammate Charlie Turner. Zsombor Kovac and Cesar Gazo round out a very close top 6 at the end, separated by just over 1.6 seconds. Teddy Clinton and Kai Hunter round out the top 8. Great recovery drive from the back of the grid. Stone dead last to 8 for Kai Hunter. Guilherme de Oliveira and Vincent France round out the top 10, with Jason Lockwood, Emily de Hoys, Ilian Brunsils, Andreas Herbau and Ehad Turka rounding out the top 15. Completing the order, it was Patrick Rundqvist, Max Stemmerdink, Henri Jung, Luna Blum, Robin Kutzon down in 20th, Jerzy Spinkowitz, Laurie Lepai, Titus Shanghai Schmidli, Mikkel Tiggelson, Una Oksan and Fabian Bock, Joran Delishka, Cameron Birdler, Mario Sidler, Kilian Kraft, Job Rapangé, Tim Holker being the last of the 32 classified finishers, with Rick Boothorn and Julian Vertler not finishing the race.